yet another interesting episode. Today we are going to talk about money. Yes, money. This is one of the most asked questions ever since I started telling you guys about my immigration journey. One of the most asked questions has been about how much did it cost you? How much money did you use to get to Canada? Oh guys, I have missed you so much. I have missed you so much. How long has it been? I don't know how long it's been, but I feel like I've not done a sit down in a bit. I've missed you guys. Okay. Today we are talking money. We are talking money. So welcome to the Canada with Sha, the money edition here. Hi guys, hi, welcome to Pick on a Dime with Sha, yet another interesting episode. It is even the more interesting today because today we'll be talking about money. Yes guys, today I will be answering one of the most asked questions, today I will be answering one of the most asked questions ever since I started sharing with you guys my immigration journey. Guys, I could not thank you enough for being here. Thank you so much for watching Pick on a Dime with Sha. Thank you for all my new subscribers. I see you, I acknowledge you, and I love you so much for watching. For all my OGs, respect. I love you guys, and you know it. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscription button, and if you already have, remember to hit the notification bell so that you are notified every single time we post, which is usually on Sundays and sometimes even twice a week. Yeah, so guys, without any further ado, today we are diving right into money matters. Yes, so if you have never heard this before, I am living in Ontario, Toronto, Canada, and I give stories based on my own experience. I am not an official of any sort. I am not an immigration consultant. I am not a lawyer. I am not any official of any kind. This is all purely based on my raw first-hand experience. Okay, so like I said, today we are talking about money, and money is a very sensitive issue, so I had to put my notes down to make sure I did not get anything wrong. So disclaimer alert, I am Kenyan. I came to Canada from Kenya. It has only been like 4 months. Yeah, I think it's been like 4 months since I got here. So yeah, what else do you need to know? So the main reason I had to mention that I'm Kenyan is because most of my conversions in terms of money would be dependent on Kenyan currency. I hope you understand that. Okay, so you can please feel free to, please feel free to convert. Please feel free to convert to the currency of your choice or that suits you, but I'll be sure to put down the figures somewhere here with everything that I mentioned. So without any further ado, because money matters are very important, let's dive right into it. So, and if you have any questions, remember to ask. Okay, so I'm going to do this very methodologically. But before I get into it, guys, one of the main reasons I am doing this video before I do my, so many people have been asking me about what do you call it, the process, the express entry process, that pathway, because it's the one I used. So many people have been asking me to give the process and show you how it is done, and I really have been meaning to do it. I actually once did a video about it, but then if you have been following up on the internet, if you have been following up with everything that has been going on, current affairs and everything, I'm sure you know a lot has been changing. A lot has been changing. They have so many different issues coming up, and I did not want to confuse anyone because, like I said, I give you information based on my personal experience. So as far as the process itself is concerned, I'm afraid we are going to wait a little bit, and yeah. for now, let's get into something that is constant, and that is how much I spent to come here. Okay? Yeah? So let us do this. So like I told you, I came to Canada as a federal skilled worker. I came here already as a permanent resident. I already got my PR card. If you have been watching my videos, and why haven't you been watching my videos? If you have already been watching my videos, you saw I showed you I already got my PR card, I already got my health card, I already got all those things, and this is because I landed as a permanent resident because I used the express entry pathway. So there are a number of areas, a number of financial implications when it comes to coming here as a Canadian permanent resident. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at each one of them from the beginning of the process up to the very end. Okay, so let's see. So the first step, if you're, I'm sure by the time you're watching this video, you're already very familiar with the process, the expressway pathway process. So I'm just going to be reading through everything that cost me, and that is the most important part of it. Okay, so the first thing would be the education credential assessment by WES. I'm sure you know what this is for. So during my time, I did my process in 2020. Yeah, in 2020, that's when I did my process, and it cost me 220 Canadian dollars. Yeah, like I said, I'll be putting the numbers here, the figures here, and then we can add them up at the very end and come up with a grand total. Okay, so yes, educational credential assessment by WES, that is 220 Canadian dollars. At that time, during that particular time, converted into Kenyan shillings, for me was 18,000 shillings, right? That is number one. Number two, English exams. This is relative because you could be doing English exams, someone that is IELTS, someone else would be doing the French exam, that is TEF. I did the English exam, so I'm going to give you my what it cost me, because I did it while I was in Kenya. This will be in Kenyan shillings, which was 25,000 Kenyan shillings. 25,000 Kenyan shillings. That is for the IELTS exams. Next thing would be the medical examinations. The medical examinations, like you obviously already know, you have to do it at I'm sure you're already aware you have to do this before you come here, and it has to be valid for a whole year. And for me at that particular time, it cost 33,000 for one person. So that in case you haven't noticed by now, I'm giving the figures for a single person, right? So if you're coming with us with your spouse, of course feel free to multiply by 2. If you're coming as 3 of you, as 4 of you, feel free to multiply by the number that is that applies to your case. Okay, so that is medical examination. For me was 33,000 Kenyan shillings. Next would be the police clearance. You have to have a valid police clearance. For the police clearance, it is for every single country that you have been to. My friends who love traveling, every single country that you have been to and that you stayed for over 6 months, you know, for 6 months and more, you will have to get a police clearance from there. So for instance, if you had gone to Dubai and you stayed there for like 7-8 months, you have to get a police clearance from there. If you went to Tanzania, if you went to every other, if you went to France, you were in Paris for the vacation, you know, you have to get a police clearance for every single country you have ever been to that you lasted for more than 6 months. So you'll have to accrue all that. But for me, because at this particular point, the only country I had been to that long is my country, my home country, that is Kenya, it was only 1,050. I hope that is still the charge right now, I'm not sure, but at that time it was 1,050 Kenyan shillings. Next thing would be the proof of funds. Honeys, this is the biggest part, so allow me to skip the proof of funds and finish with this one. Okay, so next, after we skip proof of funds, would be application for permanent residency fee. That is application for permanent residency fee. This is after you have already done everything else. You have to now apply sorry, you have now to apply for your PR. Application for this is 1,325 Canadian dollars, which converted to Kenyan shillings at that time was 116,600 shillings, Kenyan shillings. Okay, I'm afraid we'll have to check if any of this has been changed. If any of them, I'm going to check before I upload this to confirm if these charges have changed, and I will put here the exact price. Next would be the biometric fee. Okay, by the time you're doing the biometric fee sorry, by the time you're doing the biometrics, you are very excited because you can tell your process is moving, you can tell you're almost there. Okay, so of course the biometric is not the doing the biometrics is not free of charge. Okay, so you get to pay. It's not very expensive. It's 85 Canadian dollars. 85 Canadian dollars in Kenyan shillings would be 7,395 Kenyan shillings. Next would be the very final one, would be the air ticket. But let's not get to the air ticket first. Let us backtrack to the proof of funds. The proof of funds is where it is at. I'm sure by now so far you're like, this is small money, this is small money, right? But now you're like, this is manageable, you can get this. So this is where the gist is at, the proof of funds. So proof of funds. The reason I decided to push the proof of funds towards the end is because the proof of funds is where the gist is at. This is where you will, so at least it's where I sweat, all right? So for the proof of funds, this is the money that you have to have in your bank. You're not paying it anywhere. You're just having it in your bank as proof that when you land in Canada, you can take care of yourself. As proof that you can be able to pay your rent, you can be able to buy your food for the first couple of months, you know, as you settle down. They do not want you coming here and suffering or coming here and claiming you cannot take care of yourself. So yeah, the proof of funds is the amount of money you have in your bank as proof that once you land here in Canada, you can actually take care of yourself, right? So that is what the proof of funds is. So for the proof of funds, and the best thing about this money is that it is your money. You're not giving it to anyone. You're just proving that you have it, and you prove this by showing your bank statement, right? So you just prove that you have it. You show them that you have it. It's not going to anyone. So at the end of the day, it is still your money. That is the best thing about this. But good thing it is that because this is the bulk of it. So at my time, while I was applying, the proof of funds for one person was let me first of all say it in Canadian dollars, was 12,960 Canadian dollars. That is for one person. Like I said, for the proof of funds as well is reliant on the number of people you're coming with. If you are coming alone, of course the number is different. If you're coming two of you, of course you have to prove that you can take care of two or the three people that you're coming here as, right? So the proof of funds will obviously be more than it is for the first person. So for the proof of funds, during my time, for a person was 12,960 Canadian dollars. 12,960 Canadian dollars converted to Kenyan shillings at that time, during that time's rate, was 1,140,000, right? Yeah. So so like I said, the conversion rate is dependent on the current exchange rate, which is subject to change. But I am going to give you the current proof of funds figures that are on the website, okay? Because with time, these figures do change, because I think it depends on a number of things, from the economy to, you know, just a lot of things. It depends, because I remember during my time, I applied in 2020, but by 2022, which is the year that I was coming here, it had already changed. So I had to go back to the bank and add on to my proof of funds, right? So I'm going to give you the current number that they have on their website. So they indicate as of now that for one person, your proof of funds should be 13,310 Canadian dollars. For two people, I'm thinking this is you and your spouse, it would be 16,570. For three people, it would be 20,371. I hope this shows you that you do not easily just multiply by 2 or multiply by 3. You have to actually check the website and confirm the amount that you're supposed to pay for the number of people that you are coming with. Okay? Yeah. So, what else? Yeah, and the reason I'm asking you to go to the website and confirm the number of people you're coming with and the amount you're going to be paying is because at the bottom of the funds, where they indicate the amount of funds you're supposed to pay, they show you that for every additional member you pay 3,586 Canadian dollars. You see, 3,586 Canadian dollars. But I will repeat and I will tell you this again. Do not think you know. Just go back to the website. I already told you the only website you need to be getting this information from is IRCC. Just go back to IRCC, confirm the figures and confirm the amount you have in your bank. Make sure it is the right. Do not let your application become complicated because of missing 1, 2, 3 figures. Just go to the website, confirm. Yes, they have said that every additional person is 3,586. That is if you're coming with your spouse, if you're coming with your child, if you're coming with your mom, you know, such things. But at the end of the day, just go back to the website and confirm these things. You do not want to be getting these things wrong, right? Yeah. And finally, once you are here, I'm guessing by now you have already paid, everything has gone great, and you are ready to fly out, right? You're ready to fly out. So if you are ready to fly out, the next thing you're looking at, like we had said before, is the air ticket. So for me, the approximate ticket, let's see, it depends on the airline you're using. For instance, it depends on a number of things. If you have watched my how to get away with extra luggage video, why haven't you watched my how to get away with extra luggage video? You should have watched this by now, right? So if you have watched that video, you will see that I specified, please confirm your flight, confirm where you will be going through, confirm how many layovers you have, confirm how many hours you'll be laying over, confirm the prices, you know, just do your research, do your due diligence while you're paying for the ticket. So as you're booking for your ticket, of course, it depends on the country you're coming from, depends on the time you are booking, depends on how early in advance you're booking, how many people you're booking for. Like, there are so many things that will depend on how much you will be paying. So this is just a brief breakdown of the amount of money I paid as I was immigrating into Canada. Of course, there are so many other smaller things in there, such as the amount you'll be paying for things such as doing your hair. You want to do your hair before you come to Canada because you want something that will be durable, like mine has served me, if I may say so myself. You will be wanting to buy a few clothes here and there. For instance, if you're coming during the winter season, I know you're coming to buy your winter. I know you're coming to buy your winter jackets here, but you will want to come with, you know, the other clothes that you will use to layer. For instance, you will want your warmest sweatpants, you will want your warmest sweaters, such things. You will have to buy a few of this. You'll have to buy suitcases. There are a few things you will want to carry from home, such as you might want specific tea leaves, you might want specific products that you use maybe on your face, beauty products and such things. Of course, you will find all those things here. You will find all of them here. But there are a few things here and there that you will want to do, you will want to buy, and they will also accrue a few financial monies. Yeah, there is a name such as monies. There is. If it is different types of money used for different types of things, it is monies. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Please blast me at the comment section if I'm lying. Okay, so yeah guys, that is one. Finally, I have answered one of the most asked questions, that is, how much did it cost you to immigrate into Canada? And guys, here is the total for me. Okay, I'm going to give this total plus my what do you call these two small monies? What do you call the small monies you that you do not plan for but come up along the way? It has disappeared. I can't remember. So I'm going to include a little bit of that, and I'm going to give you my grand total for how much I used to migrate into Canada. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what else you want to see. I am more than willing to share my experience. It has not been easy, so I want to make it easier for you as you're immigrating into Canada. Canada is a lovely place. Do not be afraid to come. If you're on the way, congratulations, you will get here. Believe it and trust that you're already here and you will get here. Okay, so for this and more, if you're interested in such content and more, I give I talk a lot about my Canadian experiences, about my immigration process, and about lifestyle here as a whole for me as a new immigrant. So please remember to subscribe and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell everyone else about Pick on a Day with Sha. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, nothing but love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hi guys, hi, welcome to Pick on a Day with Sha. Yet another, okay, is because it is reliant on...
Princess, my battery life is very low.